Now I know what you're thinking. What is this gigantic box and these many 2x4s doing in Daniel's shop? Well, we have a very exciting development in the business today. This is a powder coating oven. So it is from LightArmor. It is a 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot interior dimensions, mind you, so we can fit something that large in there. Powder coat oven. Initial thoughts, it came on a much larger pallet than the oven is, which is a good thing. I very much appreciate when companies do this, because if it comes on a pallet that's the exact same size as the product has a higher tendency to get broken, because forklifts, when they come up to this, their forks go underneath and their guard hits. So if the oven or whatever is on the pallet is the same size as the pallet, that guard smacks into this box all the time. So I always appreciate when companies are willing to send a larger pallet than the product. So step one, they did it right, and I'm already happy with it. They put a do not double stack on top, which is always a good thing. And this shipped with XPO. I don't know if they always ship with XPO. I know you can choose other options, but they were a lot more expensive, so I just went with XPO. I'm a big fan of them, so they always do pretty good with stuff. And I was quite happy with the way this worked out. They just give you a phone call about an hour before they show up, and they're like, hey, we're this far out. Are we still good to drop it off? And then they'll be there right on time. Oh! Ha! I thought there was going to be a whole bunch of foam, so it was going to be a lot smaller. This is much bigger than I expected. This is just so cool. This is such a big step. I'm very excited. But it is a little heavy for me. It's definitely workable, but it's got the... Oh! Oh, that looks sick. Boom! So this is what I was talking about. That looks pretty sick. That's their logo. And it's actually on a piece of metal sticking up right there. So, first things first. Their sizing. This is a 21 3/4 internal, 29 tall, and 25.5 deep. So it's a little narrower, but it's deeper and taller, which is quite all right. Oh, no way! They send it with an outlet and the extension cord that you need to plug it in. And another thing I love about it that I was aware of before it got here, it has angle iron in the top with a whole bunch of holes every inch or so, and it has 3 angle iron for you to hang stuff from. Where my other oven, it only had a rack. You only could set stuff on it because it wasn't technically a powder coating oven. So it only had the little rack you could set stuff on. I had to make jigs to hang stuff from. But this actually comes with angle iron for you to hang things in. So you can just pop stuff up in there. And everything is screwed together. There's nothing, as far as I see, that is welded. They high heat caulked these gaps so you don't have heat seeping out, and then they screwed everything else together. So if you ever need to replace or repair anything, you don't have to cut away at your oven to get to it. You can just pull the screws out. And it's not even riveted, so it's not like you have to undo rivets. You can literally just take the screws out. So I'm always happy about that. I love things that you can work on yourself. So it's got this latch that you would push this thing closed, lock it, and then it has this little release lever that locks it shut. And when you want to pull it off, you just squeeze that release lever and then you can undo it, but otherwise it locks it. It's got a digital readout for your temperature, and then it has your, I'm guessing that's your power. Obviously I haven't turned it on yet, so I'm not sure what all that does, but this is our alarm or timer, I'm assuming. And that's our e-stop, where you just push it, and then if you want to release it, you turn it. I did get the model with the convection bake because I figured I would need that, and it wasn't a whole lot more to add the convection bake, so I threw that on just to be safe, because I really want this tool to be good and useful, and I didn't want to get it without the convection bake and then risk it not being as useful as possible. So that's your heating element back there. And as you'll notice, it just hangs free. This goes in right there. And then in theory, yep, just like that, latches up into the top a little bit, coming out and touching and screwing up your paint jobs. All right, so I got a C-clamp. I literally just wanted something to try to paint, and I kind of been wanting to repaint these a little bit, so I was like, I'll just go ahead and take one apart right now. Disassembled one of my spring-loaded C-clamps. We got to sandblast it up there. I'm just gonna do that real quick off camera, and then we'll go ahead and do a paint test on it. So, got to go blast all the paint off of it. All right, so it is really cold in here now. There's an incredible windstorm coming through that's actually shaking my building. I don't want to have my mask off for too long because I was just sandblasting forever. But we got the C-clamp all sandblasted, and it is got a little bit of water on it because I was running a line that I don't have a dryer on. But we got the C-clamp sandblasted. So that's the prep I do. Sandblast. Now we're going to soak it in acetone for 5-10 minutes just to help bring out any of the oils, burn off anything, because even me touching it gets enough oil on it that it can contaminate the metal. So we're just gonna go ahead and put it in the acetone bath for a little bit. I almost just froze my fingers off turning on my generator. So, man, it's cold. Alright, so we turn it on, 500, we actually want it at 400. Our temperature's going up. It's up to 36 inside the oven now. I think it's gonna take some time. I didn't opt for the fast heat up. It has like a rapid heat option. It's only like $25 and I didn't get it, and I'm thinking I should have. Hey, it's up to 60 degrees. Well, 56, but almost 60. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out our clamp and we'll go ahead and gas it out with my blowtorch. All right, I'll turn you back on whenever it's up to temp. All right, so this thing's almost up to temp. We are at 375. You do notice it's very smoky in here, and there's smoke coming out of the holes on that thing. So I'm guessing we're burning out all the gunk from the first build. Hopefully that's not the galvanized burning off. I don't know what it could be other than anytime you make any heat resistant item, it's gonna burn off the layers. So I'm wearing my respirator and we're going to go ahead and get this thing painted. So when that thing's fully up to temp, we can just open it, put my part in and go. So that we don't have to have that door hanging open for a long time. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing painted up here real quick. So what I am noticing, I don't want to breathe this smoke first of all, but also it's barely warm on the outside. The heat is all staying inside. That looks amazing. All right, I'll be back when that is cooled down a little bit, and then give you my final review. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. I hope you can see that good enough. Oh, don't drop that. That looks incredible. So, that is a fully redone C-clamp with, I would dare say, a better paint job than the one that it came with. So, final thoughts on that oven. Holy smokes, that thing is a major upgrade. It takes 240 voltage if you want to run it up to 500 degrees. So if you want to do powder coating, standard is 400. You need to get the 240 option on it. If you don't have 240 out to whatever building you're running, Harbor Freight, not sponsored, could be, does sell generators. So make sure you get a generator because this is worth it. This is worth getting a generator to run. I am just absolutely dumbfounded at how awesome that worked, how much space I have, how cool everything around it stayed, because it didn't really get hot at all. Their template is super easy to use. All the crucial information they print on the side. If you want anything more in depth, they do have a QR code you can scan. So just absolutely stoked with this product. I'm loving it. I love the nice safety guard because that keeps that shut nice and tight. And again, it's just super easy to use. So very excited about that. Does great work, obviously. The part cured beautifully, turned out great, and it's super easy to hang stuff because inside of here, it has little angle iron with holes in them. They're about 1 inch tall, and the holes are about 1/4 inch wide, so it's easy to get stuff up in there. I was able to hang my part in there, just go loop, and then you're done. So super easy. Heating element, once again, has a guard on it. It's still warm in here, which is nice because it's freezing outside. So heating element has a guard on it, as I showed before. That keeps any parts from like going back and accidentally bumping your heating element, which is a problem in that oven that I used to use because it doesn't have any guards on it. So that's awesome. I love that. The convection bake, which blows out of down here, super happy with it. Was a very worthwhile purchase to add that on. I love that they use a rubber seal around the door because, like I said, I didn't feel heat coming out around it. You wouldn't have even known it was hot when I turned it on. So very excited about that. That's super nice. Control panel looks absolutely boss. Speaker, switch, digital readout, e-stop, and then there's that QR code I was talking about. It has all the instructions on the side. But yeah, just boom, and then all you have to do, latch it, and it's not going anywhere. So once again, absolutely fantastic product. Cannot recommend it enough so far. In 6 months, I'm gonna do a revisit to this and show how it's holding up, if it's still working great, the quality of it over time, to make sure nothing breaks down. I think it's gonna last, and I look forward to doing that. But once again, LightArmor, fantastic product. I appreciate you guys doing this. As far as I could find, price can't be beat. Cannot find a cheaper oven than this as far as I've seen. Obviously, you can get little household ones like I started with, but when you start getting into industrial use, can't beat these prices. So, LightArmor, can't recommend them highly enough, and I look forward to working with this over the years and seeing how it holds up. But, LightArmor, thank you so much. Everybody else, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful one. Hope you enjoyed this short special video, and I'm going to be posting back to my regular videos here soon. Bye.